Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm reviewing Star Wars Rebels Season 1 Episode 11, Idiot's Array, which was directed by Stuart Lee and written by Kevin Hobbs and was released on January 19th, 2015, which I thought was a kind of meh episode, but I still did find it fun, mainly the inclusion of Lando, as I liked him in the episode, even though it does feel like, I guess fan servicey in a way, because, these main characters of the animated series meeting a character from the original trilogy of movies, or just the movies in general, main characters from the movies, that can always feel fan servicey and sometimes weird, but I liked Lando in the episode enough to overlook all that. But then again, Lando is always fun to watch when he shows up and whatnot, but if he wasn't in the episode, I wouldn't have really cared for it at all, because he was one of the good parts about the episode. But pretty much the general gist of it is the Ghost crew helps Lando smuggle some cargo and then stuff goes wrong. So pretty much what you would expect in an episode with Lando. But one thing I really enjoyed about the episode was the start and the introduction of Lando. Because we see Zeb playing Sabacc at the cantina-like place, while Kanan is talking to the bartender. I think his name is Joe, about if there's any jobs, which Joe reveals the person Zeb is playing with has a job for them. But we see Zeb bet all of his money and then eventually Chopper on this match of Sabacc, because he has a pure Sabacc hand, which should get him a win. But the stranger shows his hand, which is Idiot's Array, the title of the episode, which is the best hand you can get in Sabacc. I think pure Sabacc is the second best hand, but that stranger then introduces himself in. It's Lando, so I quite like that introduction. Obviously, Lando definitely cheated at the game of Sabacc, and I think Zeb talks about that later in the episode. But Lando then hires them, and part of the payment will be giving Chopper back to them, which I also liked Chopper in the episode. He's very sassy about Zeb betting him and whatnot, and does act like he's Lando's droid throughout the episode, so I enjoyed all that. But the job they need to do is transport some cargo for Lando through the Imperial blockade on Lothal. But first they need to go and get that cargo, what's not on Lothal, because he needs to bring back to Lothal. But they go, it's in space, to this other ship, which is owned by this slaver named Asmorgan, who does show up a few more times later in the series. But Lando's payment is Hera herself, which Kanan obviously doesn't like the idea, but Hera plays along with it, and Lando and Kanan leave with the cargo, while Hera then escapes in a escape pod, which Lando had pointed out earlier when they boarded the ship. And so they pick her up and escape, while Ezra and Zeb watch over the cargo, which turns out to be a living creature called a puffer pig. And Zeb lets it loose, and so it goes up into the cockpit / bedroom area of the Ghost, and is in the hallway bedroom area. And the puffer pigs, when they get scared, they puff up and get very big, so it separates Hera from the cockpit area. So Kanan has to fly the Ghost through the Imperial blockade over Lothal, and it's working until Ezra decides to climb over the puffer pig, as he gets upset over something Lando said to Sabine, which makes it get bigger and pushes Zeb into the cockpit, and kind of hits the the computer control area, which turns off the thingy, which makes it so the Imperials don't know it's the Ghost, and so then they know it's a ghost, so they have to outrun the Empire, which they obviously are able to do so. And they eventually land at Lando's farm, which I guess the puffer pigs are good at finding minerals and whatnot, which the tolls need to normally do that are illegal. So that's why Lando needed the puffer pig. But as Morgan is there at the farm to confront Lando, and so the Ghost crew alongside Lando have a shootout with As Morgan and his goons, which they win and let As Morgan live, which obviously Chopper was the one who did the most work in the shootout, which he also stole some fuel from Lando, which Lando ends up not paying the Ghost crew, but they eventually leave with Chopper, where they learn that he stole the fuel, so they think Chopper and whatnot played Lando like a fool. But the episode ends with Lando talking to his puffer pig, saying he didn't pay them because he knew Chopper stole the fuel, and like I said, that's where it ends. So yeah, like I said, I thought it was kind of a meh episode. I really liked Lando in the episode, and also Chopper, but I just wasn't super into the job and all that. It just wasn't that interesting. But Lando was a lot of fun, so that kind of does save the episode a little bit for me, but still wasn't really my favorite. So my grade is going to be a C+. So yeah, but that's going to be it for this one. Next, I'll be reviewing episode 12, Vision of Hope. So you check that out then. But in the meantime, check out my other Rebels reviews and everything else to do. But if it's ours, I'll catch you guys in the next one.